For WTSA News and for Brattleboro Community Television on this Tuesday, November 5th. My name is Ian Kelly. These are some of the stories we're following at this hour. The investigation into the death of a Boston man on Route 103 in Rockingham remains ongoing and active. An autopsy determined 44-year-old Roberto Fonseca Rivera died from gunshot wounds. Vermont State Police continue to ask that anyone who saw the delivery truck or has any information about this case call the Westminster Barracks at 1-802-722-4600. In addition, investigators ask that any businesses, residences, or vehicles that may have video showing Vermont Route 103 from Rutland at about 12:15 p.m. on Friday, November 1st, to Interstate 91 in Rockingham at about 2 p.m. on Friday, November 1st, also call the Westminster Barracks. Keene Police are reviewing an incident that took place at Keene High School on Friday where a school resource officer used force to get a student to comply with their order. During this encounter, the individual verbally and physically resisted multiple attempts by Officer Joshua English to detain and identify him in conjunction with a tobacco law violation. The underlying offense is not as important as the fact that the individual's actions were out of the ordinary under such circumstance. He refused to identify himself to Officer English, and he made several attempts to escape detention through physical resistance as he continued to move through the school. Officer English's response to this resistance was reviewed, including the review of surveillance camera footage, and was determined to be within the department's policy and procedure and in compliance with the New Hampshire Use of Force statute. Vermont Emergency Management is encouraging the public to report flood or wind home damage to Vermont 211. This will allow the state to track damage and to determine if there is enough damage statewide to seek aid for homeowners. 211 can also provide information on resources available right now to meet current needs. The Vermont Emergency Operations Center in Waterbury is open to coordinate recovery and damage assessments. A formal damage assessment by FEMA will take place today. The Vermont Agency of Transportation will hold a public information meeting on November 14th at 5:30 at the Putney Fire Station. The AOT will discuss plans to replace the deck of the U.S. Route 5 bridge in Putney Center at the intersection of Kimball Hill Road. Construction will start in the spring of 2020. VTrans bridge inspectors have observed areas of heavy saturation, cracking, and evidence of significant concrete cracking. The bridge will be closed for a 2-week period again in June of 2020 to speed the repair, or I should say the pace of repairs. WTSA Sports, weird scene last night at MetLife Stadium as Dak Prescott shook off an interception on the first pass of the game. Eventually, Prescott goes on to throw 3 touchdown passes. Cowboys beat the Giants 37-18 in a game that was briefly delayed by an elusive black cat on the field. The black cat showed up, and that's when the Giants started playing bad. No kidding. Brad Marchand scored his second goal of the game with about 2 minutes left in the third period. The Bruins beat the Penguins last night 6-4, and the Celtics visit the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Tip-off at 7 p.m. For WTSA News and for Brattleboro Community Television on this Tuesday, November 5th, my name is Ian Kelly.